Welcome back to my channel where I unbox, review, and make my own figures. Today, I'm not making a figure. Today we're talking about okay. Today we're today we're reviewing a figure. This is two figures actually, so it's a double. We're talking about the Roronoa Zoro and Luffy from Netflix series One Piece, not the anime series because that would be way better. And you know, Hot Toys sometimes they like to make horrible opinions and choices. Obviously. Like, for instance, remaking a billion Deadpools for the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Yippee! Yeah, if you can't tell, I don't like the Hot Toys from Deadpool and Wolverine movie. I will trash on those forever. But now focusing on the Roronoa Zoro. Obviously, this is a short video since, there's nothing to talk about that much. Now looking at him, he's 12.4 inches tall. He has two heads. He has a standard head where he's just mewing at the camera. He's not really giving a face card. He's just showing off his face cards. No emotions at all. Then you have his alternate version where he has the headband on, and he's serious mode, and he has the sword in his mouth. Just saying, the other head can't do the sword bite, so you can only use it with the headband. He comes with all three swords, so that's pretty good. He comes with, it looks like, three styles of hands, which is the grabbing the sword, punching, and like an aiming hand. He has a holster on the side of his right hip where he can store all of his swords, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to his face, I forgot to say, he looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He looks similar to the character, unlike the Luffy version. He does not look like his actor at all. At least, I mean, he's similar. He's like resembles it, but for me, there's something off about it. It's like for this one, there's like also something slightly off, but not as bad as the Luffy one. Could just be me though. Let me know. Now looking at the base, his base actually says One Piece, and it shows a piece of the map of the Grand Line. I think, unless I'm tripping, but that's what it looks like. And it looks like that you can connect it to Luffy's, and eventually they might make an entire line of all the crew, and it'll make a huge map. Unless I'm wrong and I'm just delusional, we'll see. Now looking at some of his poses, here's him with the three sword style. Here's him two sword style, no headband. Here's him just staring at you, looking into your soul. Here's him with a sword behind his back, chill as shit. Same pose. Here's him getting ready to slice you, pretty cool. Here's him doing the two sword style again. You could look into his arms and actually see the veins. That's really cool. But one thing I really hate when they make figures like these is the huge balls you can see inside of it. Like, not those balls, the huge ball pegs. I hate those, honestly. I hate when figures do that. That's why I don't buy figures that often. That's why I buy statues. Or if I do buy a hot toy or a figure, I always make sure it's a suit one that covers up those joints for the most part. But those joints look so noticeable, so I don't really like them. They could have always just made them out of rubber and, avoided showing off all that joints and stuff. Here's a closer look at his face. He looks pretty similar to the actor. I forgot to say he has separate rolling eyes, but most of them all have that. Luffy also has that. Here's all the stuff he comes with in the like wide picture. Now moving on to the Luffy. All right, here's the Luffy. His joints are way more noticeable because I think he's a paler skin, but I could be wrong there too. He's standing at 12.2 inches tall, so that's 2 centimeters, I guess you could say, or not centimeters, 2.2 inches smaller than the Zoro. So they're basically the same height. He only comes with one head, but you can't take the hat off, so that's pretty cool. But I'm worried that the hat may fall off in more dynamic poses, I guess. But that's not much of a worry. He comes with two hands, both doing the bazooka, or you could do a pistol, but it's meant to be the bazooka. The Gum Gum Bazooka looks pretty cool. Comes with a smoke effect that you wrap around his arms. Don't know if you could remove the smoke effect. You may not be able to do it. Hopefully you can, because what if you want to do it the other way around, where he's like charging in, he shoots his hands back, it doesn't smoke then. But from the looks of it, you can't remove it. But we'll know once the other figure comes out. It comes with one leg kick, so only the right leg can kick, not the left leg. So bummer for anybody that wanted the left leg to kick. Comes with more hands, almost double the amount that Zoro comes with. It's just punching, pointing, grabbing, holding, all those hands. He comes with these horrible shoes. I have no idea if he wore these in the actual, show, but they look so bad. No mobility in them either. It's only up, down, like tilting. That's all you could do. Now looking at this base, like I said, it might be a full-on map. It looks like you can connect Zoros to it since it is the hexagon shape. You may be able to put it in the bottom right to create a cool little design or the top left. Up to you. This thing I don't like at all, by the way, when I said the face, before I say this next thing, look at the face. Tell me if it's just me, but I think his face is a little different. Like the left one, like it just looks off. It may be the fact that the actual actor has fuller eyebrows, but could just be me. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just draw on fuller eyebrows with a Sharpie, but I don't know if you want to violate your own Hot Toys like that. Up to you, though. Now looking at the devil fruit, yes, it comes with the devil fruit, the gum gum fruit. It looks blue. Let me know if I'm colorblind, but is that blue? That's like a metallic blue, right? Because from my knowledge, from my elite ball knowledge of One Piece, the gum gum fruit is purple, not blue. Unless I'm absolutely tripping here. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure it's meant to be purple. Please let me know if I'm colorblind, because I better not be colorblind. No hate to colorblind people, but like, come on, see colors. Not that hard. I have a best friend that's colorblind. I could say that. He gives me his approval. At least I hope so. I also don't know why his base has two stands. I assume it's for his arms or his legs, or if you want to do a more dynamic pose. Now looking at some of his poses, actually, you got a kick, blast, you know, his face. I wish they made the scar more prominent. Sorry for yapping for a bit there. Pointing up to the sky like he just saw an island or a flag. You know, clenching his fist, hat on his hip. Kind of the same pose. They don't really like try too hard on all of these. A closer face card, you know. I wish they, like I said, they made the scar more prominent, a little like a slightly different hint. I know in the show it didn't have that, but I wish they did it. Here's all of his stuff, and now this is him with Zoro. As you can see, Zoro is slightly taller. I wish they had the bases together there. They did not show the bases to see if we could connect them, but it's whatever. Let me know if you guys plan on buying this. I don't, but if you do plan on buying it and you have extra cash, don't actually, I was gonna say buy it for me, but never mind, I don't want them. But besides that, I hope you guys have a great day, and please like and subscribe. You'd be doing me a huge favor.